I request every viewer to sit tight and be with me for the next couple of minutes, because whatever I'm going to be discussing, it's extremely dark and extremely deep. My fellow Fijians, did you know that the youngest mother is 9 years old and the father is 13 years old? Did you know that the youngest person caught in possession of marijuana is a 7-year-old child? Bula Viti, I hope this video finds every fellow Fijians in good health. October is here and every Fijian would be excited about the Fiji Day. Many places it will be celebrated in the coming weekends. Here in Gold Coast we'll be celebrating ours on this coming Saturday. My fellow Fijians, through this video today I want to raise an important point and an important thing that has been happening in our community, and we all need to put our minds together to get these things sorted before we lose control over this. I personally believe that when life pulls a trigger at you from close range, we need to change direction, take our goose steps, and move forward by rewriting our goals. Remember, stay positive in your mindset, because your mindset defines you. I request every viewer to sit tight and be with me for the next couple of minutes, because whatever I'm going to be discussing, it's extremely dark and extremely deep. My fellow Fijians, did you know that the youngest mother is 9 years old and the father is 13 years old? Did you know that the youngest person caught in possession of marijuana is a 7-year-old child? And the youngest person caught in possession of meth is a 15-year-old adult abused by his own brother? Did you know that the youngest person to commit suicide in Fiji is a 7-year-old child? Now let me unpack few more things, and this is going to be deep, extremely deep. Did you know that the youngest person to die on the road as a road fatality due to negligence of others is a 1-year-old child? Did you know the youngest person to drown due to the negligence of other people is also a 1-year-old child? And now listen to this. Did you know that the youngest person falling victim of sexual harassment and assault is an 8-month-old baby abused by a 13-year-old adult? My dear friends and fellow Fijians, this data, which is been available on many platforms in Fiji and recorded and confirmed by the Fiji police force, will only remain for us to discuss in a room discussion or used by some politician at some forum, or in a school through educating our children, or for people like us to make videos to aware public about it. But do you know, all these things will not end up in any positive or good result unless we as individuals, as parents, take charge of our own children through awareness. We always go for a post scenario blaming the organizations, either government, police, schools, or any person we can point a finger at. But have you ever thought that these things could have been completely avoided or controlled if these things were raised in our families around dinner tables? If parents have been openly discussing about it? Just think about the sexual abusers. Who are the perpetrators? They are from within the family. But if our children knew about what is good touch, what is bad touch, they would have come back and told the parents about it. But we Fijians, those coming from the Indian background and the traditional ethos, we feel it like a taboo to discuss these matters at home with our children. But times have changed. Education is extremely important. Parents are known as shadows of God. So if God created human beings, men and women, and made things good and bad for them, and He told us through our divine scriptures, then why we as parents or the adults fail to tell our children and explain to them when we are the very right people to talk to them, explain to them and teach them, encompass them, encourage them, engage with them? We need to fill our loved ones' spaces with positive proximities. Evolve with them, transform with them, lead them to guidance on a positive mindset. Unless we start discussing these things, we can only hear and regret about the numbers once we come to it. Well, when things happen, everyone will know about it. If it is reported, the government stats will have the numbers. If it is not reported, still it will be known by some people. But if we change around our attitude and start involving our children in these types of education from grassroots levels, we might end up having a much more sustainable communities. And do you know, just because you don't teach your children these right things, they become nuisance to the community and become nuisance to the entire nation as well? And then we start blaming the government, the police, and everyone whom we can come across to point a finger at. Ladies and gentlemen, while we will be celebrating our Fiji Day with good hope and hoping a better for every Fijian, I want every parent to go back and think about these stats that I have given over and think like this. This could have been your children, or this will be your children if you don't pull the trigger now for the precaution. Don't wait for that one day to come. Make today as your day one, and you will reach that one day if you start working today as your day one. Remember, don't go around becoming noisy, how it happened, who did it, or how things went when the things have already happened. No one has ever lived to tell you why the parachute wings did not open. Don't wait for our children to fall victims of scenarios and incidents. We can teach them, educate them, and guide them while we have all this knowledge around within us, and we have our children all around us and listening to us. So I urge every fellow Fijian to please work on this, work on your children. Why are our children falling victims of ADS and ADHD? Why are they getting ignored? Why are we not giving attention to them? Why are we not teaching them? Why are we not telling them what is right to do? After all, we all parents work so hard. For whom? For our children. But why can't we spend that same time getting them ready for what we are preparing them while going out earning for them? It's something for every Fijian to think about. And remember, we need to fill our buckets and we need to help others fill theirs as well. Remember, humanity is just not fundamental. Humanity is the pathway to real life. Thank you very much. Vinaka Vakalevu, Modeviti, and have a blessed Fiji day. Thank you very much.